All right. Hi, everyone. As promised, we are coming back to you for Chapman's Happy Hour. I think this is our third segment of Chapman's Happy Hour.
Sure.
Sorry, guys, I had to do audio. I'm still a little through, but anyway, I wanted to start off by just letting everybody know a couple of things that we have going, like I usually do. As I posted, we are going to start bringing people on to our live videos, through voice, really, 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 really soon.
Can't wait to do that.
And, it's just, like I said, to build our black community. Of course, we do have white friends. I don't mind y'all coming on either. But anyway, this is to really build our black community. Like I said, if you guys
black
can,
relationships, our black lovers, our black people, our black brothers, it's black everybody.
I just feel like, if you guys can comment on everybody's post about unnecessary shit and add y'all 2 cents to that, why not join a podcast live where we really are trying to, get somewhere, jog opinions, and kind of really have open discussions about certain stuff. And like I said, it's not really to be messy. It's not to be messy at all. It's really just to give, like I said, our feedback and our take on certain things regarding certain, like, quote, certain relationship advice that maybe somebody gave. Do we agree? Do we not agree? Certain parenting tips. And like I said, really to help the community.
I mean, even if it's shit like, for instance, we got a Vegas trip coming up, just me and you.
Right.
And, if you got any insight on that or just want to know how we get it or what was, like, we don't have no problem with helping people out with that neither because, well, it's all love. So, it was whatever. That's what we doing it for. Just whatever.
So, yeah, I mean, if you got tips on Vegas and you want to tell us some advice, I know my friend Eb, she was giving us some advice and so some tips on little things and places to go and
She just made that shit
in
more
Las
exciting.
Vegas. And yeah, she definitely made it more exciting when we seen her on Saturday. So we are like really stoked to go. I actually looked up a couple of places at the Bellagio where we'll be staying at the hotel in Vegas.
The Clown Casino.
The Clown Casino. It's a couple of like nice little things and places to go out and see. So we can't wait to really hit the strip. What is it, Midtown or something like that,
Fremont.
in Fremont, and
Zip line.
zip lining and all types of shit that they got. So we really excited to be doing
I
that.
hope I don't shit on myself when I'm doing it. I feel bad for the people below me. I might throw up on it.
What else? Also, like I told you guys before, we are going to be donating those clothes, our leftover clothes that we had, to the Salvation Army. And then I'm going to be reaching out to a couple of places. Me and Deonta are thinking about doing maybe a little giveaway, maybe couple of Save-A-Lot cards, maybe like five to 10, like little Save-A-Lot cards for Thanksgiving, to maybe help with size or something to really get our, the giving part of Roaring for Autism. Like I said, it just felt so good to give and give for free and not expect anything, and you are truly blessed by that. I mean, my opinion on certain things that they have in the Bible, is up for interpretation. But for sure, that one I really felt, for sure. It really felt good. Me and Deonta were just saying, like, it felt good to have our babies out there at the candy shop and seeing them really excited to see the cars stop and just to see their faces and just to see the parents that came and got a couple of clothing and got the shoes and was, really was thanking us for it. And, it just felt good to give back. And like I said, we were blessed double by that.
Because London didn't really understand the fact that they're not buying these clothes. We're giving them away to them to keep for them because they want them. They probably need them. So we're not charging for them. They're free. And when she understood that, she was kind of more happier with it.
Exactly.
And now she want to do that more. So
it feel good to have my 6-year-old want to give. This is the age where they kind of, everybody is more so very, 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 very
skeptical.
not even skeptical. I was just gonna say more selfish.
Yeah.
Like the kids pretty much have
It
everything, you know.
definitely
So
definitely is.
her being 6, I felt like more so she didn't understand. But like he said, once we kind of just made her understand it more, I feel like she kind of really got it, and she is very excited about it. So I'm happy about that. What else was I gonna say? I don't know. Like I said, we got that going on. We got the Vegas trip. What else did I want to say? Oh my gosh, it was so many things I had, guys. Lost. Well, anyway, when I think of, we'll get to it.
Yeah,
So
we'll get it. We'll get it.
let's start off with the topics.
All right. This first topic right here. It is. I don't care how much money my nigga or girl got. I'm going to work, and that's true. I don't give a fuck if you was a billionaire. I'm still going out there and doing whatever I'm doing. So if I'm selling cocaine, marijuana, or meth, I'm just going out selling the best cocaine, marijuana, and meth it can be. Nah, but for real though, like I ain't gonna stop. That ain't gonna make me stop. I mean, you got your. If you making money, you make your money. That's what you do. I'm not gonna never stop you from doing anything. I don't think no man should stop a woman from doing anything she want to do. I mean, that's whatever she want to do. I mean, if she want to go out and fuck another nigga, let her do it. That don't mean you gonna have to be there for it. That don't mean you have to accept that shit, but or accept everything she want to do. But that don't mean you gotta control her. I don't control you.
I mean, I agree. I agree with the whole. I don't care how much money my nigga or girl got. I'm going to work.
I mean,
Like, I just was taught that you should always have your own money. Like I said, and it's just good to build because you can never have too much. And we all know that. It's never a such thing as too much money. You can always have more. And I just feel like I said, I mean, even with his money, even if I had to use his money because he had more than me to produce those businesses that I want, it still would be considered my money, even because eventually you'll make enough money to pay him back, and then whatever else you had, if it was that type of relationship. But I'm
I'm
just
about to
saying you
say,
should
but see,
never
when
not
you in a
work.
relationship, I don't feel like it is a whole thing as payback. Neither. If you need money, I'm gonna just give you money. If you need money, if you want this, and I got the money for it, I may buy it. Or if I don't, you could buy it. I mean, if you just, I'm not gonna like never just say, all right, I'll buy it for you, but you gonna have to pay me back, or you gotta ask me, or throw an attitude, or or give me sex for, or just to give you money. Just ask me, and if I got it, you got it.
I mean,
Same
come
thing with you.
on, come on now. Like, why would you not want to go to work? Like I said, it's a difference between, and one, and you won't even look at it that way. Like I said, if he has money and you can buy back into it, like a lot of celebrity couples do,
Hmm.
the football players, basketball players, rappers, a lot of their wives, the smart ones, are not just baby mamas. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they know if they divorce that nigga, they gonna get child support. They gonna get that spousal support, but they beyond that. Now, a lot of them are opening up their own nail shops because they smart about it. They writing books because they smart about it. You know what I'm saying? They making their
I
own
mean,
little deals in
think
home
about.
network and stuff and all this extra shit on the side. And that's what I would do. So we got our businesses started. Okay,
I'm about to
so
say, think about it like this. If we was the whole Kirk and Rashida thing, you got your own businesses going on, I produce music and shit like that, or in the music thing, you got your own clothing shops and shit. I'm not gonna take my money. I'm not gonna take your money from your pockets
right.
for whatever I want because I want. I don't. I feel like I need your money because then that's what you're working for. I want to keep mine, or vice versa. I mean, granted, their situation totally different now. I'm about to go and fuck no stripper because you too busy doing what your job is, what you doing to spend time with your mate to make sure our family good.
Right.
So I ain't about, but at the end of the day though, like I'm not never gonna stop your flow of money or get in that situation. So if you got business to take care of all the way across the country, I'm gonna go with you just for that protection to make sure you good.
Of
I'm not going
course.
to like stop no like or count your like I don't even know what's in your bank account right now.
And that's another thing I want to touch up on. A lot of people don't agree with having a joint bank account. Well, me and him do. We have a joint banking account, okay? Because you not gonna now. Like I said, that's different. Maybe y'all are talking about just boyfriend, girlfriend, or long term partnership. Like we're married. I wouldn't marry somebody, and I wouldn't. I don't know what everybody else do, but I'm not going to marry somebody that I don't trust. So we have a joint bank account, and then we have our own bank accounts.
I'm not gonna put no more than 5 years in with somebody. We ain't discussing it or consider even planning out getting married. Like that would be after a certain memories. Like if you feel like you ain't going nowhere with that person.
I mean, I never understand that. But, it'd be a lot of women on there like, I ain't gonna never get no joint bank. And that's on y'all. And that's y'all opinion and good for y'all. But like I said, we have one.
See,
and we also have a joint one.
Because that person ain't good with money. That's why y'all. I got my separate account. You got your separate account.
I mean, but we have separate accounts though. So what's wrong with having a joint account? We have kids together, and pretty much that joint account basically, like our joint account really is for anything that has to do with the kids, certain home expenses, certain car expenses, and like our family trips that we do. So and like household stuff that we have to get. That's what comes out of our joint stuff. Everything extra comes out of our own personal bank accounts that personally, like if I just wanted to go shop with my sister or my mom, I have my own bank account for that. When he wants to go do something, he got his own, so I will never get upset. So we don't have arguments about money because I don't have a reason. Now don't get me wrong, y'all, it took a while for us to get to that point, which was why we decided let's do a joint that's strictly for XYZ expenses. And vice versa.
I am not good
and he's not good at money. He's not good with it. He's not good at holding it. He's very compulsive when it comes to buying, guys. So, like I said, it wasn't easy for us. But as
I make
couple,
some good purchases, but I'm not good with I could buy something that's a good purchase. Granted, yeah, but that money I spent on that could have really went towards something
way, and like I said, so that's why we did what we did, Right. So I'm not saying that we just got the joint account and that's it. And maybe that's what y'all got y'all opinion on when it comes to maybe just having that one joint account. No, we have a joint, we have separate, and then we have our business account, and stuff like that. That we got different accounts that's for others, other stuff. Also, while we're on that, wasn't on topic, but whatever. We have also started. We have also got a credit card, and what we do, which I know I shared with you guys before, and I know Deontay shared, was we added our kids onto our credit card.
Yeah.
So they are building credit.
They're going to be employees for us.
And next summer, they will have a summer job. So yeah, they'll have a summer job with us.
They know how they own business cards, and I mean, it's the whole.
It's going to be nice, guys. They're gonna have their whole. We got business cards coming for them. We're gonna pay them out of our salary, and different stuff like that. It's really nice. If you guys want to look it up, if you're thinking about getting an LLC or you have an LLC, you actually can employ your kids. And they can become employees, but it has to be work related. It can't be anything that they would not do. So you cannot, say that your 5-year-old was out there, like we make T-shirts. I can't say that my 5-year-old and 6-year-old was printing the T-shirts for me and, making the T-shirts. But I could say, for instance, there's something that's age appropriate. Well, if my children were folding the clothes for me, they're my employee. They fold the clothes and they put them in boxes. That's age appropriate for a 5 and 6-year-old. They can fold clothes and they can put them in boxes. Yeah. My 5 and 6-year-old, stacked up the glues and they stacked up the, the printing paper for me. That's age appropriate. They can do that. So, it's going to be appropriate. They might only have like 5 to 10 hours a week. Or every 2 weeks. I'm not going to do nothing too strenuous, but they will become employees next summer for us. And parents can do that, but you have to be the parent.
Yeah, you got to be.
Both of y'all have to be the parent. That's the only clause for that. For your kids to work for you, for your LLC. Both of you guys have to be the parent, or the parent has to at least be 50% owner or something like that of it.
Yeah, you can't even be the granddad.
Uncle, if you have if you have custody of them.
I mean that of
if
course,
you got custody of them,
basically
but
like being a parent, though.
Right.
You got custody.
But but your kids. So our kids will be working for us next summer. They will actually be employees. Our kids will have an actual W-2. And like I said, they're 6 and 5, y'all. So we starting our kids off young. They have, they authorized users on our credit cards. They credit score, I'm
By the
pretty sure at
time
this
my
point
kids
is
18, their credit gonna be
way
like
better than
800.
mine. I mean,
Their credit gonna be
I
like
just
800.
because for the longest time I used to stop and I used to think like, damn, how is all these white people and some black kids that are more fortunate, how are they allowed to get all these credit cards and get this? They just starting college. I'm starting college. I'm 18. I'm fresh. I ain't got no credit. Why can't I get
Shit,
this
I
credit
stayed in
card?
Ashby Building and I was trying to figure out how kids there that were in the ninth grade, but they was driving nice ass cars, like pickup trucks and nice ass cars to school, and here I am on the fucking bus.
So then, I mean, me and Deontay have been really researching, guys, and really trying to see how we can better off our kids, and that's what we're going to do. Like I said, and everything
I'm
we don't
sorry, but
just.
now that I think about it, though, if I was able to do that, I would have been in so much trouble. So I think I was right. I think they did
Well, everything happened for a reason, but
right. I'm
we
sorry.
do want our kids. I mean, we do though. We want our kids to have the best. I'm not saying I want my kids to be flashy, but I feel like it's important as black people, especially with the movements that's going on, y'all, with the whole Black Lives Matter and black dads and all that. I'm all for it, and I've always been for it. So don't just
Gotta be
think
the
that
best dad I can
this
be.
is just for the movement. I always have felt like this. Like our children deserve better. Like I wasn't taught about credit. I wasn't taught how good it was to have certain credit at a certain whatever. Like me and Deontay didn't just get this credit card. This was a build up of credit, but we still made our kids authorized users. Now our credits is in the upper six. Mine's is in the 700s right now, and our kids, like I said, we paying the credit cards on time. We doing what we're supposed to do because we're not gonna fuck their name up. I really
Right.
want them to have what they have. Like right now, both of our kids are special needs, and they don't really understand everything. But I can guarantee you that we are making it, and we will get to that point
I
where they will
mean,
never have
just
to work
because
for
of this credit
anybody.
card, my shit jumped up down there 30 points on my credit.
Right,
So
exactly.
I know, and I know if that boosted my shit up that much, I just can imagine how much that boosted theirs up.
I mean, we
I
started
know
off.
theirs was
Deontay's
higher
was
than
like at a
mine.
4 something. Mine's was like at a low 5, and it took maybe what 4 months, 4 or 5 months. It hasn't been half a year yet, and we already in
You
the
have to pay
600,
off some
700.
shit and
So,
everything, and
I
once that happened,
mean, we
once I
really
got that
excited
credit
about that
card, once I got that credit card, that
for
boosted my
sure.
shit up. So I had to make sure I got the rest of my family on it so they can boost theirs up.
I mean, I try to tell Deontay, I try to research things and just tell him like, hey, so and so posted this. Let's give this shit a try.
Yeah.
Let's do this. So that's why
And that's
we
why it says, I don't care how much money my woman makes or how
right.
much money she gets.
Yeah,
I'm always going.
we always gonna work.
I mean, even tax time, we file jointly. We get all our money on one card. Do we, or do it come separately?
No, it's all in one
Yeah,
card.
it's all on one card. So, I mean, but it ain't nothing between that. No discriminations, nothing like that. No policy, nothing because
We split everything in three
I mean,
because we
plus you manage about all the money that
I
we
do
get.
manage the money,
So,
but I do want people to understand because I know you have friends and family members listening, and so do I. I want them to understand that we split our money 3 ways.
Yeah.
We have a savings that we never touch,
man,
and then we split the other two. So we split it 3 ways. Whatever that amount is every year, we split it 3 ways. Whatever money we get, period, we always split it 3 ways, unless it's like work checks. I don't ask him for his work money, but like I said, it's never nothing. If I needed something and I was like, hey, so and so needs shoes, I need you to go buy London some shoes. King said, like, I don't have to beg you, I don't have to ask you. So we not even talking about that. But I mean, in general, any big money we have, we split it in threes because we actually have a savings that we do not touch. Period. That's not because we're saving that for our kids and trying to get keep that money for our kids and rainy day expenses and thank God that we are fortunate enough to have been doing this because this pandemic has really fucked up a lot of people and we have been blessed to where we were able to start our business.
I mean, we
get
started
licensed, get the
yeah.
LLC. I started school for massage therapy,
And the thing
and
we all
it's
started
great.
off because we kind of was talking about our kids' college future, not thinking about that Cleveland schools is gonna pass this whole thing.
Right, past
So
that,
now
yeah,
it's
yeah.
more like, okay, let's save up for them for when they get to that age of, okay, I'm 18. Maybe they want to move out on their own.
Right.
Maybe they want to upgrade the car that they got. Maybe they want to branch off on their old business or part of ours in another city.
Not to cut you off, baby. So what Deontay is talking about is we decided maybe 2 years ago that when our kids graduate and stuff like that, we were going to give them a certain amount of money. We were going to get them a certain amount of money that they would have for graduation,
Right.
just to take care of themselves and do what they need to do. If they, like he said, if they were going off to college, they would have a certain amount of money in the thousands, hopefully, praying, if God willing, and they would be more prepared for life. You know what I mean? Like not waiting on just FAFSA, not waiting on financial aid. This is money that we have saved from them, including when we start paying them next year. You know, we're gonna take 5 to 10% out of their little money that they do get, and we're gonna take 5 or 10% out of what they do get, and we are gonna still put that up into their savings. Like I said, because I just want them to have that gift to know, hey, your parents were thinking about you. Yeah, we might have started when y'all was 3 or 4. Maybe, white people, they started, and some black people have started when before their kids even born, they was doing that. And good for y'all. We just now getting on there, but we have been saving. And I just want my kids to be better prepared for it and not having to worry about really working. If they really want to focus on just going to school, I want them to do that. And that leads into my next thing of, I want my kids to be able to know that they don't have to be 18 and then that's instantly it. I'm always going to be their parent. We are always going to be their parents, period. They don't have to worry about that. I want them to focus on school so that they can be the best person they can be. Sometimes they get hard for people to try to focus on, I got to help so-and-so pay rent, and then, I still got to go to school. That shit heavy. Should nobody have to worry about that. If you going to go to school for these 4 years to be a nurse, then I worry about, being that parent that's always going to call you and ask for a couple of dollars. But like I said, I'm trying to get to that place, me and Deontay, to where we won't even have to ask our kids to even borrow money. Mm-hmm. It'll be everybody on the same level, and just to know that I've brought y'all up to that point to where I ain't got to ask my kids for money and vice versa. Like, we all good. That'll be a blessing. So,
think about it, even when they get to college, though, like, if they do go to college and they come home for that summer, they ain't got to really worry about
finding a summer job. They
got one already. They
always
probably been working in college.
Always.
Want to take us to the next one?
Okay, so the next one is a quote that I liked, and it was, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will be forced to make time for your illness. And that just resonated with me because, a lot of us it's nothing but nonstop work, especially us parents who have to now deal with this extra COVID stuff. On top of being, most of us, a black person who already deal with, emotional trauma, family trauma, stress and all this extra bullshit and outside forces and just family issues or just your own mental issues in general. We are now forced to be with our kids 24/7, not really be able to take them to daycares. I'm stuck with mines, and I'm trying to go to massage therapy school. Deontay with them all the time, and then we trying to do our, Run for Autism stuff. So we doing all of these giveaways, and like I said, still trying to connect with you guys and do our lives, and
I never being a business owner would be
and still trying to make T-shirts and still trying to, customize, stuff for parties and just doing us. But and it's very it's awesome. But at the same time, like you said, if you don't make time for your wellness, and a lot of us aren't. We don't, like, really right now, it ain't really shit you can do to really make time for your wellness. They they won't really allow you to do so much. So and like they said, eventually it builds up, and then you'll have to make time for your illness. So when you have that mental illness and that breakdown and somebody putting you in the psych ward, now you got to deal with it. So guys, just remember just to make time for y'all wellness. Even if it's walking for 5 minutes by yourself, get the 5 minutes in. If you got to go in the shower or the bathtub or just sit in there and blast y'all music on y'all phone, like try to get that wellness in. Try to get that mental health check for sure in, because we all need that shit.
And I'm like this, I get so stressed out doing this online learning with my kids because I want the best for my kids. I want the best learning experience. And the thing is, my kids sitting here at a table for this long of a time,
yes,
especially even over an hour to do this work, it's not working for them. I mean, my daughter, she loves it. She loves to learn. She's a big learner, and I love that. She's doing great.
That's OCD, man.
Yeah.
And she
My
on it.
son, he's like me. His brain, it focuses on so much and goes a mile a minute because
Yes.
it's just so much shit he just thinks about in his head. Not like you, where you actually are thinking about a lot of shit, like sensitive shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably thinking about shit that happened way back when I was a kid that don't even matter. Like, oh
It
shit,
always
this
matter.
time when I was
It
stepping on
always
this
matter.
worm and like it. So I mean, but I just make my priority this: do the best you can with your babies. Take that bathroom when they get a break. You take your break.
Yeah. Fit it
And,
in.
yeah.
Fit it in, y'all.
And when
Fit it
they
in.
done, get you an hour or two on that game. That's my wellness.
And you know, like I tell people all the time, this male or female, you know, I try not to sound like a big hippie or whatever, but like I said, I'm all into energies and just like I said, self wellness. I just believe that, like I said, if you gotta scream and you gotta cry and you gotta be upset, that's okay. So I know a lot of us have grown up and been told by people multiple times, like, it's not okay to cry. It's not okay to be upset. It's not okay to be mad. And it is. So we have to stop telling our children and telling ourselves that it's not
Especially
okay.
being told that you, as a man, that you're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to be tough. You know, you don't show really no weakness and, you know, stuff like that. Especially when you was raised by an army man, like you don't, like you can't.
And that, you know, and I understand that. And that's, you know, and like I said, we just trying to break that, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily agree with that. That's what your grandpa believed in, and that's fine. And I'm not
because that was
saying
an
nothing wrong with his
army mentality,
right. And there's nothing wrong with his parenting, but
No,
it
'cause
messes
that-
with
it-
y'all mentally, though.
Yeah,
It do,
it
though.
really made me, I want to say better than what I could have been, but
That's
it didn't
true.
really.
But it also hindered a lot too,
Yeah.
though. It hinders a lot, and I don't want, you know. No, I ain't saying I'm trying to raise my son to be this emotional ass Drake type nigga.
No, but I also want my son to be able to
right,
speak up, say
and say that
what's
when
on
he's
his mind.
upset, when he's mad, when just
Basically,
it's
not
okay
really
to feel
care
that
about
way
nobody else's feelings when it
about
comes
how
to
he
his
feel.
feelings.
Right,
Yeah, when it comes to his feelings, to not
exactly,
reserve nobody else's
100%.
feelings.
It's okay to be upset, and as parents,
I
y'all.
mean, and I've seen that in all my family though. Like they reserve their feelings for everybody
you
else.
can't keep doing that,
and that
and
drags us
and
down a
and
lot.
okay, and yeah, that's true because I've done that, and I'm not about to keep doing it now. Granted, now I probably seem like I'm angry to everybody, but it is what it is. I'm not angry, y'all. Like I promise, I'm just very more outspoken. I don't see nothing wrong with that, because I believe what I believe, and I'm gonna stick to it. I try to be right about what I believe. I try not to be too biased. A lot of people don't like that either because they would rather me really side with them. But I know that when you sound crazy or you sound stupid, you sound crazy and you sound stupid, I'm not going to side with you. So it is what it is. But, you know, like I said, I'm more so into I'm going to tell it like it is. And maybe it don't always come out the right way. You know, I was raised with black women. So, you know, our mouths a little slick. But whatever. Yeah, so it's okay to cry, y'all. It's okay to be disappointed with yourselves. It's okay to be mad. It's just the way that you present it to other people. So you can be mad at yourself and you can be mad at the whole world, but that don't mean go out and take it out on the whole world. Y'all gotta find other ways to do that. They really will lock y'all asses up in a psych ward. You know, like seriously, y'all.
I'm 27 years old and I just started working on this shit, what, maybe 2-3 maybe years ago.
Right. But you done got so much better at it. I mean, you quicker to anger now. You quicker to anger, but it's also because you are not suppressing it. And like I said, I would rather you do that and get the anger strictly right out because it dissipates super fast.
I have to find better ways.
You do, and we working on it.
Especially around the kids.
Goodbye.
Because especially when I'm on the game too. Because I notice a lot, especially when I'm losing, I'm just getting mad and blah, 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 fuck this shit, blah, 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 bitch, motherfucker, this, that, shit.
I tell you what, you break another fucking controller that I buy, and it's going to be all-out war. You're going to be buying it for your goddamn self. I ain't buying no more presents for you if you're going to act like that. But, Yeah, I mean, like I said, we can find better
I was
avenues.
a 98% shooter. Ain't no way I should have lost.
Nah, dude,
No.
you shitty for real. You real shitty with that.
Ain't that a
But
bitch?
yeah. So
But
for
yeah,
sure though, y'all need to really get that out.
I mean, like I said, I use the game as an outlet for me. She understands that,
Yep.
and when she knows I'm upset or bothered, she doesn't bother me. I can get now. I do play my game. Like I'm a gamer, so I play it a lot. But when I really need to get that getaway, she understands that, and I try to find different outlets
You
as
better
that
go
as
back in the
well.
room.
Because sometimes that don't really help. So maybe I would like sometimes I just walk out and just go sit in the car. Maybe I would
And
drive around the corner.
now I'm doing massage for everybody in my family, my household. So I massage the kids every other Sunday or every Sunday, and
Oh,
then
them bitches
Deontay
be a
gets his
blessing.
relaxation massages. And I can honestly say, from the massages that I am starting to do for my family, it has really done wonders. So you guys really need to find somebody, if not me, just find people in general that are trained, of course, certified to massage. I'm not just talking about from your spouses, even though those are nice, but we all know what those turn into. So try to find people that are
Those are good massages too. Maybe that's what
they
some people.
are, but I
Some
can,
people,
but I'm
some
getting
couples
taught
need
to.
that.
Yeah, and they bring couple massages bring you together, but I'm just saying the one when they're really taught like how I'm going to school for it. When I massage Deontay, I don't think about him as being my husband. He's a client to me. He's a patient to me. I'm doing my therapeutic relaxation massages for him, and I'm working like on his mobility of his shoulders and things like that. And I've noticed too that his energy is different just in general. Like my kids, them being having ADHD and having autism, it changes their moods up, and it really
Yep.
has helped us not really have to give Kingston medicine, which we are like super proud of. So yeah, I mean, it's really helping them outlets. Like I said, whatever you can find. But I would definitely say for sure, y'all, instead of trying to always, I mean, everybody got their own outlets. Some people do weed, some people do pills, some people drink all the time. It's other ways other than, because I know black people, we all scared of therapists and shit. But find, massage is a very good outlet. Seriously. If you can run and get that release out, run, do exercises.
Or just tell
Or
your
like he said, play the game, shit
Or
like
like,
that.
or like for real, honestly, men too. Let's go for men too.
Okay.
Real, I swear to God, the best thing you could do too is if it's in like if you got to just break down and give your kids a phone or they devices to get
Yes.
them to leave the fuck alone while you go sit in the tub for about 30 minutes or just sit there, listen to some sports or just like I like to just sit in the tub, put my headphones in and just watch all types of sports shit or just fuck around on the ESPN radio or just be on Facebook, right? It just relaxes you. And after that, you can't, like, your kids come with you to that bullshit, you just be like, yeah, all right.
Daddy, I'm thirsty. Boy, oh
Yeah,
boy,
all right.
that should be killing me.
You'll be and forgot that you gotta go and get him and shit. You just, yeah, all right.
So, and you had the next one about the marriage.
Okay. So this one is, will marriage be more of a luxury? Like, will it be more of a thing for, like, for people in the future, for people to get married? Will that be more of a thing that's more like joked upon, laughed at, and looked down on, or will it be more cherished and upheld?
Celebrated. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
celebrated. Cause I would like, would a marriage race go down or would a marriage race go up?
The way it's going. I know from well, you can start this one off. Go ahead.
I
That's
mean, the way it's going, like you were saying, every day on Facebook is women ain't shit, men ain't shit, women this, women that, bitches this, niggas that. I can't find a good girl because bitches be this. I can't find a good nigga because niggas be this.
Oh
Niggas
my
ain't
gosh.
shit, bitches ain't
Okay,
shit.
so about that one. I don't know. I just feel like, when niggas, the same ones constantly, I feel like, talk about women, I just feel like at the end of the day, y'all know what y'all going to go look for. So you cannot be upset with all women, and we all can't be shit because y'all know the type of bitches that y'all are fucking with. So, like I said, if you meet her at the strip club, I'm lost at why you thought that she was gonna be anything other than what the fuck you thought she was
Let
gonna
me
be.
put it like this. All right, so your my player, your my player can hit threes from the corner because you got corner specialists, deep range dead eye, right? You got shot creator, and you got everything you need to be that deadly weapon. Y'all going straight down, but you play the game 3 times, and if for some reason you cannot hit the three right. We know, we might say, oh, it's the character, but deep down, we know we fucking up. That's why we get mad and cut the bitch off. So, better put it like that. We keep going for women, bitches keep going for niggas that ain't shit, granted, in whatever way it is, and then you get mad about it, but it be red flags from the get-go. Like, if you meet this nigga at the gas station, and he flexing his car and his money. Yeah, that nigga, he ain't worried about you, bitch. He did that for you to get in your jobs. He worried about other hoes. So don't try to wipe that nigga. If you met this nigga on tag.
And definitely not. I mean, for real. But seriously, though, like, all jokes aside, and, some people, I just feel like y'all really know what y'all be doing. And I feel like a lot of people are okay and content with really being miserable. Because some people really are afraid to be happy just because they've never had that. So they know what they out there looking for,
but you really
and they
got
want
those
it.
People that met women that were cool in the beginning, or men that were cool in the beginning.
Of course, but like I said, they don't want to be happy. They don't want to be happy.
It's all fucked up for them.
They didn't want to be happy to begin with. And, a lot of people won't really want to hear that because they be like, well, what you mean I don't want to... But, whatever, argue me if you want to. But I'm just saying that y'all truly do not want to be happy because y'all would have changed it. You know what you want. And I'm not saying that y'all not looking for certain people or want that happy ending like everybody else have. But y'all ain't putting that best foot forward because y'all are okay with being miserable.
I mean, like, if every person you meet end up... Let's say this. If every person you meet end up being... Let's say every woman that you meet and talk to end up being a drug addict. Or addicted to some drugs or some shit.
Oh my gosh.
There's no way in hell you didn't see that in the beginning.
That's just like I said, y'all just be looking in the wrong places. I'm lost.
If you finding girls, but they all end out to be girls that use OnlyFans or Instagram hoes, and you mad at them.
Like one of my exes. What the fuck he have on there? I forget what he said.
Yeah, like how you gonna be mad at an Instagram model for not replying to you? Nigga, you ain't no better. That's like me trying to get in the jaws of Instagram model. Nigga, that ain't gonna happen. I ain't got no right to dog this woman.
But if you pay that money to see that OnlyFans, that's all they want is the money for the OnlyFans. I mean, so they gonna tell you what they want to hear. They gonna tell you what you want to hear for you to pay that money.
If I'm gonna create OnlyFans, granted it might just be me drinking beers in different locations, but you already know what the OnlyFans is. I don't give a fuck about y'all watching it. Not y'all paying our $45 to watch it.
Right, and up.
So I'm getting that money.
And up. For sure.
There's no way you want to see that from the get-go.
That shit crazy. He was salty as fuck. But anyway, past him. But yeah, though, like me, though, one of my late friends who died last year in October. Oh, it's going on a year now. Wow. But I remember her saying, like, she came to work. We was at the school, and she was just like, my daughter, I was talking to my daughter, and I was telling her that, I still want to be married. I want to know how it feels to have a husband and, have really what you do. And, she was like, and my daughter was just laughing, like, people don't believe in that no more. Now, mind you, her daughter was 14 or 15 last year before she died. And she just was really disappointed because she like, I don't know why my daughter would feel like that. She like, I don't know what the fuck these young kids is doing or why would they still feel like marriage would not be important. And I'm just like, and some people be like, well, it's just a piece of paper, blah, blah. And I agree with y'all, but y'all have to think about it like this too. A piece of paper and that's fine. But I know for certain with people's family members being jealous or being spiteful. When that person dies, because y'all didn't get that piece of paper that the state needs, you know what I mean? Like, if y'all don't get that piece of paper, all that money, and God forbid, they get killed or something, all that victims of crime, all that money, it does not go to you. Especially if y'all ain't got kids together. That's going to the family members, y'all.
Only that,
that's
not
no.
only that, having a ring on your finger and just hearing husband, not just
it really do feel different. It feel good not to be a baby mama to me, anyway.
It has a different title to it in all different situations. All different situations. Like, for instance, a woman calling up to a school, if your kid getting in trouble at school and you go up there and somebody saying, oh yeah, her husband is here, you will have more of, you won't get more of a sideline, more of a question than, okay, dad's here. Because at the end of the day, dad is dad. Anybody could come up there and say, yeah, I'm her dad.
Right. It just sounds, first and foremost, it sounds better. But like I said, on that monetary standpoint of it, and it's not always about money, but like I said, things happen and you never want to be excluded, because you know that if that person was alive, they would have made sure that you were okay. And if they family members got certain say-sos over them or certain whatever over them, that goes to them. Y'all don't get anything, and that's something you have to think about for your child's wellness, for your wellness, to make sure that you're okay. That because people, you could take out, which I didn't know, anybody could take money out pretty much for, life insurance. So it'd just be crazy that, most black people don't do that, but it'd just be crazy if his mom or her mom or sisters and family members had life insurance on her, but and y'all got kids, and I'm not, hopefully, they gonna look out for you and your kids, but let's just say somebody don't like you. Now this life insurance, they getting to keep all that money and ain't even really looking out for their nieces and nephews or grandkids like they supposed to. So to be somebody's husband, to be somebody's wife, it gives more benefits. And like I said, it really does sound good, and we need to really make sure as a black community that really comes back, whether you believe in marriage or not, and that's fine. But we should not downplay it when you talking to a young kid.
Think about it like this. You got a child with 2 other baby mamas, right?
Ugh.
But your oldest baby mama, and you don't get along for shit. You don't even see that kid no more. You can't stand that bitch. You hate her fucking guts. You wish she was dead.
Damn, baby.
Nah, you on the I'm just, because niggas feel like that.
They do, though. Damn. And bitches.
Now, you out here, you find a girl. You love her. Y'all actually having a good thing going on. You have a baby together. Y'all get the good life. Y'all get a house together. Blah, blah, blah. Nice cars, all that shit. Y'all living a good life. Y'all don't get married. Now, mind you sitting on a nice penny in the bank. You die. She don't get that shit. Not even the other baby mama get that shit. But the oldest kid, she gonna get a check in the mail for $1,800 or whatever it is.
For sure.
Or maybe your house, all your shit.
For sure.
Nobody gonna get that shit. And if she want to be spiteful with the mama, she can take all that shit and get a house away to wherever the fuck she want to, whatever, the cars, whatever. And the person can't say, nobody can't say shit. That's law.
I just feel like we should be logical with the younger people.
Yeah.
When they ask about it, I don't feel like we should put our personal issues into it. Like, it's okay to give advice, especially for people that have never been married, including people that have dated people for years, and say, well, we was almost is still not married though, y'all, so whatever. But it's okay to give y'all opinion and say why y'all didn't feel like marriage was right, and that's okay. But make sure that y'all help younger people understand that this is why I didn't get married. That don't mean that you guys shouldn't, because I'm not saying that I would not support it. I would be happy to come to y'all wedding, but I'm just telling you from my experience as y'all elder, as y'all older auntie, as y'all mom, as y'all uncle, as your brother, that it was not working for me.
See, and that's the reason
we just need more of that. Like, just give y'all opinion, but let them know that it did not work for me.
And that's the reason why a few months ago I said on Facebook, like, a lot of the supposedly OGs have gone soft as fuck. Cause coming up, all the OGs I grew up around this scene, they was preaching shit like that. Like they was preaching love and respect to one another. But they also was preaching that shit too. Like, you know, you don't let no nigga try you. You know what I'm saying? You stand your fucking ground and you rep where you from, no matter where you from. But also at the same time, you see another nigga that's down, regardless of what set he from or where he from. You always uplift that nigga if he ain't doing no wrong to you.
For real.
And
For real.
I felt that shit, and that's why I'm not in no game, because I always felt like I don't need no game. I am my game. At the end of the day, I'm not about to beef with no nigga over no set, over no street, over no color.
That y'all eventually, I would hope, want to move out of, especially if that hood and gang ain't good. Like y'all should want to move out of that.
None of that shit. If niggas got my back, niggas got my back. If niggas is with me, niggas is with me. I'm not no gang. I'm not no shit. I'm not nothing. If you got me, you got me. That's just how we supposed to be. That's what I was taught. Like, if you got me, you got me. I don't care if you're from the 79th. I don't care if you're from the Clare. I don't come from 105. I don't care if you're from Woodland. I don't care where you from. Kinsman, whoever you with. I don't give a fuck where you from. But if you got respect for me, nigga, I got respect for you. Listen, I'm from Buckeye. Or I'm from St. Clair. Wherever the fuck you want to call it. But I ain't going around saying that shit. I ain't going around claiming that shit. But nigga ask me where I'm from, that's where I'm from.
Right, that's where we was born at, you know, that's anyway, you.
That's
but
why
yeah,
I don't say,
for sure.
I'm not rapping myself nothing like that. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I got more in my life to deal with. So
yes.
At the end of the day, I'm not gonna waste my life or my time, or like for instance, I'm not about to spend my whole life kicking it out with my niggas every day, all the time, treating my niggas better than I would treat my woman.
Some men
treating my niggas better than I would do the person that at the end of the day gonna go at the bat for me and fight my back.
That's gay shit.
Because at the end of the day, if we get arrested and shit, I don't know if my niggas gonna snitch on me or not.
Is your niggas gonna bail you out of jail? You can't call the niggas you in jail with. You calling the girl.
Is my niggas gonna write me? Is my niggas gonna put money on my books? Is my niggas gonna, you know?
Some people niggas will. Some niggas people will, but
they gonna faithfully do that. Okay, then that's really my nigga.
Right, but you still shouldn't have gave him more attention. It's gay to me. I'm sorry. Like, if y'all ain't related, it's gay. I'm not. I mean,
because I got friends. I got male friends. But,
okay.
You know.
But you also don't spend every waking moment with them. Some niggas really get up, brush their teeth, and wash their ass, or not, and they straight to their niggas.
Yeah.
And got whole ass kids and a whole ass family. That's gay to me.
And I had a couple of niggas.
I don't agree with that.
See, I had a couple of niggas that was like that. That always wanted to kick it and hang out. Like, first thing they waking up is what's the move, and
not what's this move,
or what's the move.
Oh my god, I can't stand that.
Nigga, I ain't even washed my ass yet. But it's
balls stinking,
like that.
Everything. I'm just not about to go there.
Granted, it don't matter because they probably had a real bond since they was like for instance, I know that my nephew got a tight ass bond with another friend of ours. Like they like brothers.
Okay, and that's fine. But
point to see when he comes to everybody, he gonna see him too.
Okay,
but he not like they didn't spend every waking moment every day together. They was together a lot, but they stayed around the corner each other most of the time. But they didn't make it a priority to kick it every single fucking day. Granted, they might have been taking niggas' monies on the hoop a lot too. So that's why they was kicking it, because niggas was making money dogging niggas in hoops. But, like, it's really niggas that be doing that shit and would treat they niggas better than
I don't agree with it.
That would.
I don't agree with it. I get the whole, well, he was there before she was there. And I'm like, and that's fine. And I'm okay with that. But, like I said, it just eventually become a time where y'all are not kids anymore. And that go for women too. It just become a time where y'all are not kids and we all got to grow up.
It's not.
We have to spend time with our own families. And that means spending time with our families. We're not going to always call each other. We're not going to always text each other. Come on now.
I know for a fact that
I just ain't agreeing with it.
I'm more somebody that I got to make sure y'all cool at home first before I even do anything.
Right.
that and maybe it's just because I play the game a lot and I do all the shit like that. So, like, the people I knew coming up that was doing that shit, I didn't understand that shit, but I also understood that, okay, this is your getaway. This is
And
your getaway.
that's what I was just saying in
But
my head. I swear to God.
this is your
I was
getaway.
just saying that in my head.
But
Like, that can be a mental health getaway. Some people need that, but come on,
think
y'all.
about it. If you
Every
need a
day,
mental health getaway every day like that from people that you're around all the
that's
time,
what I was going to
you
say.
shouldn't be around that person.
You just need to let them go.
Like,
you have to let them go,
if
y'all.
every day I had to get away from my mother's house or from my mother because I couldn't stand being around her that much because I just
Same
needed
here.
that mental break.
Yep.
I'm just gonna move. Yeah. Granted, I moved because, well, I just felt like I couldn't be 25, 26, 27, 30, 40, 50 years old.
Right, with our parents. Of course.
Staying in my mom's basement or attic. No, I gotta have my own shit. But at the same time, if I felt like that, I would have had to move.
And I agree with that.
I mean,
I agree with that. And, like I said, I just feel like, I don't know, at the end of the day, sometimes it is better to get away from your family. Like I said, it hurts, but you have to learn that your mental health is better, guys. That's why I feel like our generations got worse and worse and worse and worse, because we just continue to repeat the abuse over again. And that's whether it's physical, whether it's verbal, whether it's mental.
I mean,
you have to let that shit go. Like, they make you feel like when you grow up.
Every day we turn on radio, especially 107.9, all you hear is, I don't want to kill myself.
Yeah, they got to stop. Them kids.
I can't trust these hoes. And, like, that bring a lot of, like, I like rap hip hop, but I can't hear that shit all the time because that shit depresses me. And the thing is, it's a lot of depression rappers out there now. They are emo rappers.
They are depressed though, and that's what I was trying to say. Like, they are depressed because
causing people to be depressed. Because they ride that wave, and that's not cool. You got people like Lil Uzi Vert, you got people like Juice WRLD.
But can they also use that and say, well, my music is my way of letting y'all know that I really am depressed, that I'm really sad. That's a way to let people know that. That's an escape.
You did have people like Juice WRLD that was basically like that, who was making his music because he was depressed
and sad. And I
but
mean,
at the same time, I just feel like when people are like that, it should take other, especially, like, for instance, if Jay-Z was to step up to, or Lil Wayne or somebody was to step to him and just gave him a hug and say, nigga, whatever you're going through, the drugs ain't worth it.
We need more mentors.
Like,
we need more mentors, period.
They're stepping up now because it's this whole Black Lives Matter wave.
Right.
And more people can ride that shit for publicity.
Ugh.
I don't like that shit, man. Like, for instance, like I've been saying, we ain't hear shit from Jay-Z and Beyonce in a minute. Now she want to come out with this shit. But
she profiting so big on this Lion King stuff, and everything that she do is more so. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, she fought for Meek Mills. She say certain stuff, and she do certain stuff. But I also feel like it's always about. I was gonna say, I just always feel like it's about money. It's monetary with her. Like, like it always has to be a profit. Like, we don't. Everything you already a billionaire. You can choose to step up and step out and do certain things. I feel like without always having to be seen. It was a lot of other B-list, celebrities and singers and rappers that were out there walking around and fighting for justice too. But they didn't make sure they made a note of it and everything like that.
Michael Jackson was on people. Granted, he was living large,
right?
But he did a lot of giving. He was always active especially
in the community, for sure.
He was always giving, not only to the black communities, but all around the world, especially to the countries that didn't have shit.
Right.
So, I feel like that's where our people like that should have been at.
For sure.
Been doing.
For sure.
And now we got these new niggas in here that's fucking everything up and fucking up the game too. Like, half the time I don't even want to hear that we kill people and sell drugs and fuck hoes all the time. Sometimes I really just want to hear some singing.
Me too,
And
but
then,
I love my bouncing ass
yeah.
music. I like
But
my
then,
twerking music.
now I can't even listen to certain singers because that shit get depressing. Like for instance, when I first heard of Rod Wave and heard his music, I'm like, okay, I get it. It's that's all right. Let's see what else
What
you
about the
get.
one that was talking about slapping the grandma and
T Grizz, that shit too.
hitting her and
That
punching
shit
her out
too.
and shit?
And but see, I'm one of the people that I don't believe.
I'm like he angry. Fuck wrong
Like
with
my
him?
real hip hop was actually that shit back in the day. Like from I want to say from 2007 on down to the 90s. Like
I
that
only
was,
listen to the songs for the beats.
and that was the real hip hop. Like we weren't listening for the beat, and that's the thing. If you got a nice ass beat, you got a song.
That's true.
We was listening to the lyrics then.
We were.
Think about it. Now the only way we listen to a song and get the lyrics is if we listen to it back to back to back to back to back to back.
I don't know what the fuck they be saying half the time, but I be
That's
fucking,
why I said
I
back
fuck
to
with
back
any
to back to
song that
back.
be talking about twerking. I'm not even gonna
But
front.
back then, think about it. Shakira, My Hips Don't Lie. We already knew how to sing that song the first time we heard it.
That's
We
true.
may not have knew the chorus because we couldn't understand what the fuck she was saying because of her accent. But we knew that song as soon as she said it.
That's true.
Lil Jon and them, they songs. We knew what the fuck that whole song the first time we heard it.
Oh, that's true. And he used to be higher than a kite, boy.
Even then, I'm gonna take it back even fucking further. Remember 21 Questions by 50 Cent?
Mm-hmm.
When I first came out, everybody was singing that. It wasn't depressing. It wasn't sad. It was really about
But they always, for some reason, they always had they love videos with jail scenes. It's always a nigga that got to be locked up, or always somebody in the rain and shit. And I'm just like,
I guess
this
because
is,
if you go to jail, that was made. That
or
made
like
it
Patti
tough.
LaBelle and what's the name's singing
Oh,
contest
my
on their
God.
versus battle. It's always some
Oh,
bitches in
my
the
God.
kitchen making food or getting something out, or
So
somebody
speaking
sitting
of
at
that,
the
let's make
table.
that a topic. Who house you going to for Thanksgiving then? Patty or Gladys?
I don't really
Auntie
know.
Patty or Auntie Gladys?
I don't really know Gladys Knight like that. So I'm gonna just say
Come on,
Patty.
with the Patty pies now.
Patty with the patty pies.
patty pies?
I don't even eat pie, but I'm definitely gonna fuck with Patti LaBelle because, like I say, any bitch or lady, I'm sorry, any lady that'll flap her arms like she a fucking bird when she
Yeah.
sing, you already know she throwing down. So I just feel like for sure I'm going to Patti
But
LaBelle's
you
house.
can't lie. Aretha had them all beat though.
Don't even get me started with
Aretha
Aretha.
had them all beat.
Rest,
boy.
rest in peace, boy.
Aretha
But
had them beat because she had. I'm like, she would have had it. Gladys had the whole table like Jesus had all the disciples in. Aretha would have had 3 of them bitches.
man, Aretha was
4
something
turkeys.
else. So let's not get into how they just played her with the church shoes, her size 12 to 15 shoes sitting out in her casket for 3 days. First off, who has a funeral for 3 days?
Like I said, that's Aretha.
She had costume changes. You can't be dead and have costume. Like, what are y'all doing to her? They changed her clothes
shit.
like 3 times.
You ain't seen shit yet. Wait till Shaka Khan. God rest her. Hopefully now, not no time so knock on wood. But wait
Shaka
till
Khan can't even sing no more.
It
I
don't.
heard her. She was real depressed. And I'm just like, you can't even. You just, I don't know. But
her age, I think her age got up to her.
how? She ain't no older than Patti LaBelle now.
I know, but I don't think she like those people. Think about it, Patty and Gladys. They really were.
They
still
sang
yeah.
S-A-N.
And they were still
G, G,
singing
G,
and
G.
shit. Granted, they wouldn't make a song nothing like that, made, but they were still probably singing.
They always putting Patti LaBelle on some little cuts. She was just gonna lay her head on the pillow.
Or a commercial, something like that. She was really, whatever she, like she, you could tell she just said fuck the whole scene, wanted to enjoy her life.
Yeah.
You could tell she been her joy. Like she ain't worried about singing. She was enjoying her fucking life and living it up.
That's good.
I mean,
though.
that's Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
She don't gotta sing. You just say her name and you pay her money. Same thing with the rest of them. They ain't really gotta sing. You say their name, you pay.
But I
money.
just feel like when you have a voice, it never goes. I mean, and that goes for Whitney Houston though.
No.
Her voice never went because she really could sing. You know what I like? So some people can sing S-I-N-G, and that's okay. But the people that S-A-N-G-G-G-G-G, theirs never go away. It's nothing to that.
For instance, Bobby Brown. He used to could sing, and that's
Right,
why he
just
was
sing.
sing.
Right.
That's why he'll sing because he can't sing now.
Oh boy, this man whole vocal cords is just out his throat.
Whitney,
He burnt them bitches
Whitney
out.
was still singing.
Right.
She was singing before she even passed. She still was singing.
Of course.
Singing.
Of
So
course.
that's the difference between singing and singing.
Oh my gosh. So, y'all, just to make a little quick update, why the fuck didn't um why the fuck didn't Ray J say he wanted to do a versus battle with Chris Brown? How the fuck how is that gonna
He
work?
only got like like 2-3 songs.
Don't get me wrong though, because Ray J really can sing though.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
really can
He really
sing.
can. But he ain't gonna be Chris Brown in the singing, though.
Well, I don't know that though, because Chris Brown ain't really the best singer. He's a good ass dancer. Like he didn't say I want to do a dance battle. He said he wanted to do a singing battle.
I
Ray
never
J
heard
really
Chris
can
Brown live
sing.
neither, though. But I definitely know Ray J could
Chris Brown
sing.
has gotten better over the years with singing, but Ray J, just like Brandy, they really sing. Like Ray J actually has a very good singing voice.
I remember hearing one of Ray J's songs where somebody basically called him out like he was using autotune or some shit like that. And that nigga sold a whole song like acapella. And I was listening, I'm like, oh, this nigga really cold though, for real.
So, I mean, what do y'all think though? Who do y'all think will win between that versus battle between Chris Brown and Ray J? I'm gonna hit for probably Ray J, because I mean they both is out here snoring. Singing.
Just singing.
He didn't say a dance battle. He said versus.
No, I thought you were going like for songs, like songs.
Song wise, we all know. Song wise, we all know that Chris Brown had beat Ray J. Period. But I mean, just like everybody kind of thought Monica was going to beat Brandy, and she didn't win that versus battle, because at the end of the day, it ain't about really who had the more songs or the best hits with the song. It's really the voice. That's what people are doing these versus battles for, the voice. So when people go, well, you know, so-and-so got all these albums, it's not about that. It's about who still has that flow, that rap flow after all these years. Who still has that voice after all them years.
I mean, Snoop and DMX, and it wasn't really a battle. It was just more of a showcase.
I know, I love them too. I mean, well, theirs was more friendly, but I mean, people that really want to go against people like we've been wanting Monica and Brandy because they don't really whatever. So, but I just know for me, I'm gonna say Ray J's voice is probably. It ain't even a probably. I feel like his voice is better than Chris Brown's, and that's just period. I mean, with no auto tune, no nothing. That's my opinion. That's what I believe.
Chris Brown could have went toe to toe with T-Pain though. I would have wanted to see.
You out your fucking mind.
I wanted to see. I would.
Because I don't feel like Ray J can beat T-Pain singing.
No. That's what I'm saying. I want to see them two.
Oh, okay. I was to say.
I would want to see Chris Brown and T-Pain sing. And I only say that because for some fucking reason I feel like it would be a song. Like, because when them two get together, they make a hit, no matter what song it is. But if they was to do a versus battle, whatever song they were singing together, or like just singing in general, it would end up being played on the radio, and it would, because I feel like those two singers have unique voices and like different type of octaves that nobody else really has or has heard or can even compare to, for real. With they singing, like we all thought T-Pain was auto-tune.
And sometimes he was.
I mean, but majority of the time he wasn't, and that's the crazy part to see. Even though to hear that his voice sound like it's auto-tune.
So that's another good topic. Who do y'all think would make some good versus battles? We need to start putting that shit out there. Who else do y'all want to see do a a versus battle? Like, I know who had a dispute a long time ago.
Young Dolph and Yo Gotti.
I know who was it? I mean, I know they probably have done this, and I think they have. But like Twista should do it with one of the Bone Thugs.
Busta Rhymes.
And definitely Busta Rhymes. For sure, y'all. And that would be a nice battle.
I think who was that?
Busta Bus.
Was that him and Eminem?
Oh my gosh, and Eminem getting in it. Oh my goodness.
Him and somebody went at it before too, and they went head to head, and they damn near.
I think that would be a good one too. Eminem can spit, so yeah though. Eminem, Busta, and Twista, yeah though for sure. Cause I don't know them they yeah. That'd be a lot of. I know it'd be a lot of spitting, so for sure they have to do that virtual because that's a lot of slob and spit everywhere.
I'm going with Busta Bus.
Busta Bus.
I'm going with Busta Bus. That nigga, like nigga, nobody know. Like I had to look at the lyrics for that shit, and I still can't say that shit right because the lyrics is like That's
Oh,
what it
guess
is.
who else I want to see?
Who?
I don't know why, y'all, but I've always wanted to see, oh my goodness, Will Smith and Jamie Foxx. Them two against each other, because they both are talented, but we all know Jamie Foxx just is like talented. He beyond talented, but
Yeah.
I would love to see them two do a battle, against each other, and not even really if against. They can just be doing it for fun, like how DMX and Snoop Dogg was, because I just thought that one was just I couldn't understand what they was doing that for, but they can do it like because they both are talented people. Will Smith is very talented. And so is who else? Will Smith and Jamie Foxx. They both are like
super.
super.
The nigga Jaden Smith.
Right, that's what I was about to say. I don't know why I was about to say that, but yeah, like I feel like they are both like very, very, very talented people. But yeah, I would love to see that Ray J and Chris Brown battle. I don't know.
Who was that? They challenged Chris Brown to though.
Who?
Usher. They wanted him to go against Usher.
And that would have just been a dance battle, and Chris Brown would have beat Usher in that. I don't know who.
But just
who
singing,
somebody said that Usher could beat Chris Brown in dancing. I think out they mind. Okay, listen, y'all. I understand that for some of y'all older people, Usher was y'all Chris Brown,
Usher,
but
younger Usher.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He taught Chris Brown some of his shit.
Babe.
He did.
It don't matter what he taught him. Chris Brown is still better. That's beyond the point. Usher still could wasn't doing that, because even when Chris Brown came out, he was already with more of the athletics and shit. Like this nigga looked like they already had taught him karate. He already was in all his videos doing that extra stuff. Usher wasn't doing that, babe. Not even younger Usher. I don't feel like it. Like Chris Brown just have it. Period. Like he has better body dynamics. Like I said, this nigga look like he doing a whole karate shoot.
Cause I ain't gonna lie.
At the thing,
I ain't gonna lie. That wall to wall video was lit as fuck though.
For real. Like
He's
just Chris Brown is very talented. And I'm not, like I said, for the older generation, I'm not discounting Usher. I'm just saying that he could not touch Chris Brown, period. Like Chris Brown has done things, I don't know, but also in the video to start a petition.
But what if there was a Charlie Wilson versus
the one from the Isley brothers?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. How you know I was thinking about him?
Cause I thought the same thing. I'm like the Isley brother and Ron Isley and Uncle Charlie Wilson they should though. I would love that. I gotta start tagging these niggas on Instagram and let them know.
What about one for the grandmas then? Smokey Robinson.
Ain't he dead?
I don't know.
They'd be okay with just watching Ron Isley and Charlie Wilson. My grandma know them.
That one year when Smokey Robinson came up on the stage and whoever posted that shit like, why they put Smokey Robinson on the stage? Now I gotta change my grandma's diaper. That shit was funny as fuck. Cause I'm like, I know somewhere somebody grandmas is still hot and horny for that nigga. They still
not hot and horny. That shit is making me sick thinking about it.
Over Prince and Michael Jackson.
And they got to stop that though. That shit
if
disgusting.
they was doing that shit, if they was to come out now, we be looking at them niggas like, ain't no way in hell y'all think this nigga a sex symbol. Back then it was understood.
They thought anybody that showed some chest hair and a V-neck, V-tight t-shirt was a sex symbol. I'm thinking like, no, they're snort symbols. All they doing is just snorting and doing coke. That's it.
I guess because the whole thing of a man dressing like that, showing,
it ain't cute, y'all.
Sexy to them.
That ain't either.
No, it ain't.
How?
Being more in touch with their feminine side, I guess, was more.
Showing some nasty ass curly chest hair that probably had food left in it.
But think about pimps. Think about what the pimps used to wear back then.
So that just goes to show that people, grandmas and aunts, was really hoes then. Because why would y'all get attracted by?
So if a nigga walking down the street in a leather pink coat with fur in it, some pink tall ass go-go boots, some bell bottoms, and a shirt that's opened up all the way down the middle and a jerry curl,
it's a buy for me, y'all.
First off, you're gonna think the nigga a cokehead.
For sure. He definitely was.
Think the nigga a cokehead.
Or a pimp. But they thought he was snorting too. So, I'm
talking about today.
Goodbye.
If we were to say that shit today. we gonna think the nigga a cokehead.
Right.
But back then, that nigga would have been the shit.
He still was doing coke. So that don't take it away from nothing.
I mean, coke was the new weed.
Ugh. But what was we always get off topic, y'all. But anyway, yeah though. So to bring it back to what the fuck else our topic was about. Oh, marriage being celebrated or not. Yep. I just feel like it's going downhill, y'all. So make sure at the end of the day though, to get back on topic, that y'all just make sure y'all support people if that's what they want to do. Make sure that we do not discourage our black community, young ones, from getting married if that's what they want. Be honest and open with them about that. Like I said, it's okay to share y'all experiences, but make sure that y'all still encourage that. Encourage love. Why would y'all... I mean, you can't be in the same token saying, hey, make sure everybody wear condoms. Y'all don't want to get STD. Y'all don't want to get this. But then y'all don't encourage marriage. Because at least when you encourage marriage, y'all are sticking them with somebody that hopefully is faithful to them. And they don't have to worry about AIDS and HIV. Okay? So let's think about it that way when y'all are discouraging people from getting married. But then in the same token to tell them that they need to make sure they wrap it up. And I'm not saying that every husband and every wife is faithful, because people still can get that shit from being married. But what I'm saying is when y'all discourage, y'all are really encouraging kids to go out and have multiple sex partners. And now, I know y'all ain't saying go out and have multiple sex partners and not wrap it up. But what I'm saying is y'all still is making the risk for it. And y'all are like hiring that risk for that. And we not trying to
without make or break a relationship.
Right. We not trying to say don't discourage it, y'all, but I'm just saying to tell y'all peace. But it's a certain thing and a such thing as telling y'all peace, but then nagging about it. People don't like that either. Right. It's okay to tell y'all opinion because y'all have been there, but when you constantly nag somebody, as y'all know from experience, well, nobody want to hear nagging. It's okay to say, well, look, when I was in this situation, or I remember blah, 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 this is what I did. Have to always remember, whether they're your kids or whoever, your kids are not you.
And I'm going to tell you right now.
So, you know.
For the younger people, if an older person, especially an older person, if they the ones telling you that marriage ain't shit, don't trust no one, all they going to do is take your money, blah, blah, 9 times out of 10, that person married the wrong woman or was doing the wrong things to that woman. And that's why.
Or man.
Or man.
Vice versa.
Vice versa, yeah.
Period.
I swear to God, if that person is over 50 years old, I guarantee you, that person, if they're telling you, yeah, don't marry these bitches out here, they only want one thing, and da-da-da, either they a pedophile and they fucking with these young hoes, and that's why they getting spent like that, because there's a lot of them like that, and that's why you get disappointed, because they don't want that nasty floppy shit, they just want your money, your pension, or they was married to a woman, and that situation was fucked up. So be careful about that too. We're not saying just first woman you meet, just marry him. But if y'all putting the time in, y'all both feel like y'all gonna last that long, why not?
And you know, a lot of women, I just want to congratulate all the women that are boy moms, because I know that, like, I'm just starting to see that it's very hard. Like, I watch my son all the time, and I'm just like, I cannot imagine him ever really dating somebody and one day leaving the house and having a family. You know, I'm looking forward to that because I hope that God give him a long, prosperous life. And, you know, that happens eventually. But, you know, I'm also one of the moms that's reminding myself, like, look, you're not his girlfriend. You're not his girlfriend. You're not his woman. You are his mom. And you want to raise your son. And like I said, it's a certain extent, because I agree with that. You should raise your son to be the man that you would want to have. And like I said, that's to a certain extent, because we're not trying to mold them into the niggas that y'all want. We just trying to mold them to the best ability that we feel like a man should be. And for me, you know, just like I said, having manners, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to defend himself against women or men.
Yeah, we had a good long debate about that.
Yeah, we did. Me and Deontay had debates all the time about that. But like I said, just really knowing when to walk away. Like I said, when to defend yourself, and, you know, like I'm just trying to teach him to be, like, you know, a good person all around, how to manage his anger. You know, I just don't want my son to be a statistic. And that's the one thing that scares me, because he has a mental health issue with him being autistic, whether it's high functioning or whatever. I just know that, you know, his mind works different. That's a proven fact. You know, in his brain period is something just different. And I know that men are more angry, quicker to snap than women are. Some women are like hot to boot too, but I just can't have my son being like, and God forbid, like these other black boys that, you know,
Same for my daughter.
getting stereotyped. You know what I mean?
Same
So
for my daughter.
I'm raising my daughter to, like I said, just be better than me in all aspects, and for my son as well to just be that guy, that husband, that friend, that brother that my daughter can always feel like, you know, as my brother, I can always come to you, you're my best friend. Like how I feel with my sister. You know, I hate that I didn't kind of have the same sex, you know, kids, because I know our bond is going to always be stronger because we are the same sex. So it's plenty of things me and my sister could do longer, versus my kids, because they are boy and girl. But I still want their bond to be strong. You know, so we are still raising them to be their own individual, and sometimes that's hard. You know, because London, I feel like, has always kind of had her attitude to where, and I don't know if this is a Capricorn thing, but I mean, seeing my sister, I'm sure it is. And I can hear her saying, don't do me, but no, it's a Capricorn thing. She is very headstrong. She knows what she wants. And London is the same way. She knows what she wants.
It's their independentness.
For sure. But
That's
Kingston is more clingy.
Yeah,
he's way more, I want my parents
independentness
and want to be under my parents, versus London is, I'm going to fuck with you when I want to fuck with you. I'm going to come get some snacks. I'm going to get you for the phone, and I'll be under you, and I'm going to rock with you, because she be saying some shit, y'all, but she really funny for real. But King is more, you know, I want to be under y'all, and I need y'all. And, you know, one of my things was just, you know, another thing I feel like in black families is the daughters and mom relationship is not really close. And I kind of just want to change that, you know. And my family,
not as close as it should.
It's never close like it's supposed to be. And, you know, my family kind of hate that because they always trying to figure out why I'm such a homebody. And it's really because I'm me, y'all. And I'm me personally. I'm trying to work on myself and my parenting skills and my inner self. And I want me and my daughter's bond to be strong, and stronger than any relationship I've ever had. So, you know, me spending my time with my kids is really me getting a bond with them and learn them and really know them. I want to know their likes and dislikes and what they don't like, and trying to figure out their body language. So when I know when they are uncomfortable or not happy, I can get those signs before they even have to tell me, you know. And that's just something, like I said, me personally, I'm working on. So I enjoy being in the house. And like I said, really just working on myself. I know I don't really tell everybody everything, because why not? You're not about to just sit there and tell the whole world what you do at home. But for me, that's why I like to be at home. I like to be in the house because I want to work on my family. And you don't always need that outside influence from nobody telling you how to raise your kids or how to treat your husband or how to talk to your husband or shit in general about anything, even life decisions, how to spend your money. What school you should go to, even if you're thinking about college. Like, well, I don't think you should do that because you're going to rack up blah, 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 debt, I should say, and whatever. Like, sometimes you just don't want to hear that extra shit. And I'd rather just be at home than to hear that. Like, I want to be at home to work on my relationship, to work on my marriage, to get myself, and I just feel like my house is my sanctuary because I don't have outside people. So, and I enjoy that. I enjoy not having outside people always in my fucking ear. And that's how me and Deontay have been able to grow closer over the years. And I feel like now in these last like 2 or 3, we are at our strongest that we have been, because we have really been able to, we have had our down years, y'all. Man. To where we had nothing to do but just our car and to really just in our house. And we just had the car in the house, and that was all we had. We would just take walks to the park, and, you know, like I said, but we would spend the time with our family and our kids and spend the time with each other. And we had those times to really yell at each other and cry with each other and really get to know each other to the point where it's like, okay, you know, so it took time. Yeah. It took time, y'all. So, I mean, you know, I love when people be like, you know, I love y'all. Time. Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's still taking time.
But, I mean, I love it. At my mom's party, she had, you know, I just love hearing everybody say, you know, I love y'all. I love seeing y'all together, and I love it, too.
I love hearing that, too.
I love us, myself. You know, I don't pretend. Like I tell people all the time, like he is like my
I'm
he
about to
is
say,
my best
and maybe
friend.
that's what it is because we don't pretend or
No,
like
we
even
don't. We ain't gonna
like we
pretend.
like I love generally shows.
Even when we not next to each other.
Yeah.
Like people know that we together and they know that we genuinely love each other, y'all. And it, like I said, it takes time. And even if it took forever, years, it's okay to have to try again to find that. But I feel like it's worth it. To me, in my opinion, it's worth trying to find. I don't feel
Hell
like it's
yeah.
worth staying in a relationship and spending years with somebody you're not happy with because of no kids, because of whatever that person give you financially or can do for you financially. I feel like you should be happy. That's worth that
And
because
that's what I was gonna say
we don't
earlier.
really know what happened when we
Like
die, y'all.
I
Like,
think,
why spend your time with somebody and be unhappy all these
and
years?
that's what I was going to earlier.
Yeah.
Like maybe if somebody, if one of the persons in the relationship was to really plan one night for them to just sit down, no matter if they go out somewhere or just at home, they make the meal and just make it as romantic as possible.
Oh, we got 8 more minutes.
They sit down and they just talk about their relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, no matter what it is they stand together for, if it's healthy, work on that.
For
Like for
sure.
instance, if I told you I'm really just staying with you now because I can't see, I don't know what I would do. I would be lost. I don't know where I would start off at. Then I would want to figure out what made me happy and what we can do to change that.
I mean, listen. My biggest pet peeve with Deontay still to this day is I feel like he drink and smoke too much.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I still get on him about because I don't do that type of stuff. He can go just to the store. You okay with me saying this stuff?
Okay.
He'll go to the store. He'll buy beer. He'll buy some type of wine. Just something. He's getting something, y'all. You know, and it's not an everyday thing, but it's just something that has kind of progressed. And I'm not happy with it. Because like I said, I don't do that type of
But
shit.
it could have been an everyday thing if you wouldn't
right. And
spoke up.
And I appreciate you listening to me. So he's getting better at that. But at a point, it was becoming bad. Did everybody know about that? No. Because like I said, I don't tell everybody my business. That wasn't people's business to know while we were trying to fix it. I'm okay with it now because it's not a big issue. But it's still a pet peeve that I'm still like, about. So, and that kind of makes me upset too because, I go over to my grandma's house or my mom's house and, they always like to make the little jokes like, well, Taisha don't want you. And I'll just be like, well, y'all joking, but y'all don't really know how somebody's relationship really is because he could really be feeling like, damn, she do always tell me what to do and she is always nagging and da. So, and it's fine because some of y'all, and that's because I know that's what we do in black households, but
I don't feel like that though.
and I'm happy you don't, but still though. Yeah, they can't always do that because it's not about me trying to tell you what to do. It's because in my relationship, this is what I want from my husband. And if I don't want him to drink every day, you can't do that every day.
I'm my own person. I do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Right.
You don't control me. But I always will respect what you asking me because you're my wife.
Of course. And I'm not telling you nothing wrong.
My point.
I don't tell you nothing wrong. I tell you what's first and foremost going to keep you alive to take care of these badass kids. Because I'm not going to do this by myself and be stuck with them. So you got to do what you got to do on your end and be that healthy parent that we need to be. Because I ain't about to be, So, it ain't about controlling. And, and that's something that I wanted just our families to understand. Why do it always got to be a control? It can be, well, I see something in my spouse that I don't like, but it ain't really necessarily a divorce factor or I'm going to leave him or let's not get married factor. It's we going to work on it together because you have all these other qualities and that's one minor thing that could be fixed. We can trade that out with something. We could swap out excessive drinking with something else or what the beginning of excessive drinking was something. I didn't feel like that was necessarily a deal breaker. I just thought that, okay, it was just something that we needed to work on and we still working on it. Just like me with my anger issues in my mouth. I'm learning how to now really speak to him, I feel like, in a better tone. Do you feel like I'm working on that? Or, I mean...
I feel like you have worked on it, but I feel like...
I mean, be honest.
I feel like I do a lot of shit that I don't think about that causes you to have to get that way with me at times. Because I don't think about what I do or the situation or the outcome of the shit. I just like, for instance, having 2 recliners.
We got 2 recliners in our house now, y'all.
I mean, the whole thing, granted, you didn't snap on me like I was kind of expecting.
You still should have consulted me first, though.
Because I didn't say shit about it. I just went and grabbed it. Because I was
that's that excessive... See, that's that compulsive buying, y'all, which is why we said in the beginning of our live that we have a joint account and then we have 2 separate accounts. Because that compulsive stuff that he does, I'm not really going to get upset when it's coming out of his money, even though it's our money, what's mine is his, vice versa. But when it's in his account, I'm going to not be upset, y'all, because that's him spending his money on the necessary ass chair after we had a chair, y'all.
And that's the point I'm about to say. It was free. I didn't spend no money for it. It's just a simple fact. I didn't say nothing.
He didn't tell me shit, y'all.
She just came home and seen it, and that was her biggest thing.
You cannot do that to people.
So I could have sent a picture of his chair and told her, "Oh yeah, it's $550." Now if she would have said $550. That would have been her thing because, well, you about to.
We trying to live a modest life, y'all.
Yeah, you trying to spend $550 on a power chair when you could find one on Facebook for way cheaper, and still have money left over, and we can do other shit with that money.
Right? He crazy.
Not just dropping $550 on the chair because it's from a shop and you know it works and blah blah blah. Like that ain't the point.
That compulsive stuff, y'all. So, what was I gonna say? So, anything that you guys do. I know for like the older people or people that's our age, things that you guys do that you found in your relationship that really work when y'all get into arguments, other than leaving and going out and cheating on the other person, because we're not talking about that. That ain't good advice. But any other things that y'all could think of, like I said, we trying to build a community here. So any tips that you know that you do. One other tip that me and Deontay do is that we made a pact that every month we would do, and I know we said this on another podcast, but we do one thing with the kids as a family, and we try to do one thing with each other as a couple without the kids. Even if it's only 2 hours, because we ain't got that family member, whoever that really don't want to watch the kids or will only give us that time and that 2 hours, we make the best out of it.
Watching a movie in the day.
We just do movies at home, y'all. Sometimes when we didn't have a lot of money, we would still just go to walks at the park and then come home and cook. You know, just those things, like cook together, like cheap
or
things.
Just the times when we didn't have the kids and we would just sleep or just stay in the fucking bed all fucking.
I love that too.
That one day when we stayed in the bed damn near all day watching Netflix and shit was...
I mean, we do all types of stuff, y'all. We go on different dates. We do, and never feel like y'all too old either. Y'all never too old to do stuff that kids are still doing. Like, we still go skate. We go on skating dates. We do bowling dates, y'all. I mean, the only good thing is now is that we can do liquor now. We not little kids. So go out there and have fun and fall a little bit on the skating floor. Go and bowl a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Go to Dave and Buster's. That shit is really fun, y'all. Go to the movies.
I'm trying to be the
that
best
shit is really fun. That is really fun.
I'm trying to be the funnest person.
I'm trying to be young for as long. Young. I mean,
when I go to places, and I swear to God, if I could get on them little bitty kiddie rides, I would. Like, if I could use my son as an excuse to ride on that ride by myself or just with him, I swear to God, I would. And I did. I have.
For real, seriously, though. Like, y'all make sure y'all make time in y'all relationship to do fun stuff. It ain't always about who can take my nigga to the best hotel. And we can always choose to go to a hotel. But me and Deontay also choose, like I said, to do fun shit. Go skating with each other. Go to the movies. Go bowling. Go to Dave and Buster's. We went, we chose a fancy restaurant and we had lobster and steak and, all of that. We go to the movies. We went to the drive-in. So it's, like I said, we've done cooking together just at home. You know what I'm saying? We've done, like you said, we just stayed in the bed all day
and just
and
ain't did
watched
shit.
movies and watched scary movies. I'm a big horror fan, so oh my gosh, y'all, Halloween. But anyway, so we make time for each other, and if y'all really want to get close with y'all kids and really still have that closeness, I know for people that have younger kids still, like I said, try to take time for that. Maybe plan if you don't have a spouse, you ain't got to do the other part of it, but try to make a mission that at least 1 week, 2 weeks out of the month that y'all do one thing with y'all significant other, spouse, boyfriend, husband. If y'all don't have it, kudos to y'all. Y'all got 3 extra weeks to do whatever with
Yeah.
yourselves and do self care. But and make sure y'all have time with y'all kids to do different things and spend time with them and really bond with them, y'all. It really do mean a lot when y'all it has helped us. And I know
Right.
everything that worked for us is not going to work with y'all, but I've already said that this is what our podcast is about. Us giving
I
our
mean,
tips,
yeah.
information,
I mean,
our
think about how
opinions on
many
stuff or what
times,
we
how
feel
many
like will
stories I
work.
sat here and just told you, me just riding around my grandfather and just helping him move other people and stuff like that when he was doing that. Like, I mean, that was memorable things right there.
And it's stuff that you
It's the
still
little
have.
shit that counts.
Yeah, I mean, for me, my love for traveling came from my grandmother's ex-husband. He
See?
traveled a lot and he took us a lot of places that I feel like, not trying to be funny, but I feel like my grandmother would have probably never took us to stuff like that. Take us to different states and stuff. So I love him getting me experience to that and opening me up to that type of stuff to where
Yeah.
now I'm more focused on where can I take my kids next? What adventures can we go on together? What fun things can we do together? And like I said, even if it take a year, like next year, y'all, we going back to Disney World. And it's taking a year and I choose to do a year because we're doing a payment plan. We ain't rich. I ain't about to spend 5,000, 6,000 straight out. We do a payment plan. We do it honestly, and we have so much fun by the time we get there. And just building that momentum up for Disney World next year. My kids are so excited to go back, and there's so many things that we're saving up
I'm
for
excited to
and
go back.
putting on this payment plan just to go to Disney World. So I'm trying to make sure that our kids are, you
Living a
know,
life like it's golden.
very, just for real, seriously, though. Like, what? We took them to Splash Lagoon, what, a month
Month
ago?
ago. Yep.
So they went
Exactly
to
a
an
month
indoor water
ago.
park. They got to experience Splash Lagoon. They've been to
Like they
Watermere.
stayed the
And
night there.
we went to the Great Wolf Lodge. And we try to do a lot of, just different things. No, we want to go to Splash. We went to the
Yeah.
Great
I was
Wolf.
just about to
We
say it
went to the
myself. I
Great
know
Wolf
we
Lodge.
want to
I'm
go to
sorry, don't quote
Splash.
me on that, y'all. But I just want my kids to experience other things and not just what they see around us. Like, yeah, we stay, in a nice neighborhood. We got a park right down the street. We got an ice cream shop right down the street. But when you get experienced and you go to different places, you get to experience different people and different cultures. And that means
Yeah.
people of all colors and shapes and sizes. You make nice friends. Like, I know for us, my step grandfather taking me to the cabins out in Pymatuming, being out there, and it was so many, white people. And I mean nice white people, though, like to where I was in a swimming pool with their kids. All the kids getting left at the swimming pool, and then us all walking to the cabins with each
Yeah.
other, and them allowing their white kids, y'all, to come back to our cabin. Now, granted, they might have walked them up to the cabin, but they spoke to my grandma, they spoke to James, and we was most roasting marshmallows with these kids. And then the next day, they would come and knock on our cabin door, come and get us. We going back swimming. Like having that.
You're not born with hate. Hate is
Right.
tough.
And I mean, and really having that though, y'all, really experiencing that camp experience and experiencing different people, and not feeling that racial shit. It really felt good because it's like, well, whoever we're teaching those kids, I know those ain't the same kids that's doing
Yeah.
this racial shit now, because they were so open and so nice, that it was just unbelievable that of what I'm seeing. Like, I'm not gonna say that I've never seen it and never experienced it,
Yeah.
but I know going out there to the cabins, I felt very connected to other people and other cultures. And I want my kids to experience that. When we went to Detroit, Michigan, we went to an African American History Museum, and it was showing like the slave. It had a very nice exhibit down in Detroit, Michigan. It was showing a movie about the lynchings and slavery in general. And I can't really watch that stuff like that, y'all, because I swear I cried at the drop of a dime. So I'm
Yes,
not
you
watching
do,
them get
crybaby.
whipped. I'm not watching them get whipped and
I
stuff,
mean, for
but
that shit, I mean,
they have a very good. So whenever y'all down there, make sure y'all try to look that up, or even look it up online. That's a very good place, and I want to get there to take my kids, to see that. Maybe sometime in February we might go down there and find somewhere to stay. I really want to take them to that museum in Detroit, Michigan, because it was really
also,
nice, y'all. It
yeah,
was really nice
also the
seeing
Black
that.
History Museum too in Cincinnati.
Like it was really nice,
Yeah,
y'all.
that's
And like I
cool.
said, I mean, it's y'all make every moment
You
teachable.
have to.
We try to make every moment teachable to our kids, even when we argue. Like, I try not to let Deontay, me or him, really yell at each other in front of the kids. Or even when I am yelling or I say something smart to him, I try to say it in like a funny voice so the kids will think that I'm playing. We really try not to really like yell at each other or argue in front of our kids. I try to make that
Yeah.
a very big thing. I don't like them seeing
Because
that.
when I get mad and you be like, Tay, and you look at me and I know what you calling my name for, it gets me because a piece of me just want to be like, you don't understand, I can't. But then I'll be like, no, you don't understand, Deontay. You just gotta.
And I appreciate you always just taking your time to either walk away, go in the bathroom, take that breather, because you already know what I'm calling you for. I'm not going to call and start yelling at you. Well, I do sometimes because you be above and beyond mad, and then I really have to get on you. But, and like I said, that's another thing. I just love that we can really communicate with each other, even when we don't speak to each other for like, I kid you guys not, like an hour. I might not communicate with Deontay for a whole hour. I'm just around nodding my head and stuff. And then, the kids or something just to bring us back talking to each other and not forget that I was even mad. And then
Or
I'm like,
I'm
damn,
just,
I was just mad at you. Like, what the
or
hell
I'm
just
coming in the room
happened?
talking to you, trying to do some stupid shit.
But you really in love with somebody, y'all. And I promise he is my best friend, because it really hurts me to be mad at him. Like how it hurts me to be like mad at my sister. Like it hurts me to be mad at him. And my sister is my best friend too. So, and I rarely get mad at her, but it really hurts me to be
But see, the
upset with
thing
him. And
is,
I've dated people
but
and
see,
I
but the
could care
thing
less
is
about
though,
being mad
you
at
get
them.
mad at us, baby. You get mad at us,
Yeah,
and even if we do come back and try to make it right back up to you, you'll probably still be mad.
I do.
But your apology speaks louder with your actions, because your actions come with your apology. Like I'm not saying you apologize and go out and buy shit to apologize with. No, you apologize and like you make sure it's genuinely known
I
that
want it to be received.
yeah.
I want my apologies to be received. I don't want people to feel like, oh, she just trying to buy me back or
No, no,
something.
no, no,
Because
no.
I'm past
Yeah,
that. I
you
really
make
want to
it
make sure
known
that
that
y'all are.
like for instance, I apologize for what I said earlier. I don't apologize for hitting you in your motherfucking face. But I do apologize for calling you an ain't shit ass bitch. That's the type of apology I mean. Because
Like
you're
I
going to
really,
apologize.
I really
But
have found myself, y'all, seriously, like these last couple of weeks, really apologizing to Deontay and just telling him like I apologized for how I said and how I came off, but I was just
and I
very
be catching
upset.
myself like, you came off bad.
I mean, I feel it. It take growth. It really hurt people to have to apologize. And some people just don't want to do it because it hurts. That I'm sorry, I apologize. Like people don't like to be wrong,
Yeah, but
and it really hurt people. But I
but
know
you
that that's
have
growth
came a
for me.
long way
Thank you, babe.
from what it was in the beginning, because it wasn't just me that you had a lot. You had a whole full course meal plate to devour at that time, and you ate it right. But it wasn't just me that was you. You had a lot of tension, a lot of stress, a
And
lot
I still
of
do,
yeah.
but I'm focusing on, like I said, meditating. I ground myself. And I know y'all all keep hearing me say that. And y'all need to really look that up, y'all. Grounding is something else, for real, seriously. But now that I'm doing, like I said, this massage therapy, I ground myself, and I need to start teaching my kids how to do that. I'm in a circle full of other massage therapists who all have, like, we all kind of got the same mentality when it comes to certain stuff, or just about earth and about healing and about energies and just keeping peace. Not to say that I'm not gonna pop off, because I'm still gonna go 0 to 1,000, past 100, but still, I'm all for protecting my peace, and I'm all for teaching y'all too how to do that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I said me and Deontay just wanted to do these lives and these little podcasts because I really want us to come together. And we're about to come to a close. But I do thank everybody for coming on and listening to us. We will be doing some more giveaways. As you guys know, I am at the Cleveland Institute of Medical Massage. So we have gift certificates there, and I do have 4 gift certificates for the medical massage. And I will be giving those away monthly. So
Damn, am I one of the people that get it? Can I go
hell
back and watch
no.
my own video?
So you guys make sure that you please like, comment, like I said here when you guys want to. Make sure you send suggestions to us, whether you DM it or not, just about different topics we can come up with. And if you guys want to be a guest on one of our future ones, maybe the next 2 or 3, maybe that the 3rd one that we come, maybe the 5th one, we'll be doing our first one. And I just want to really bring you guys on, and you can bring up different topics. I'm trying to get other mothers of special needs children or fathers or grandparent, whoever, so just kind of come on and we could talk about our special needs kids and tips and tricks we can, help the community out with that. And I'm trying to get a community together just for special needs parents because we need that in this time like this to have those play dates and, like I said, offer advice and be that wheel or, just that backbone for each other. So I'm trying to do that. But like I said, if you guys would like to come on a podcast, you can comment here. You can DM us, send us a message, post wherever, and just let us know. You can come on and promote yourselves and tell us what y'all doing for the community, what you plan on doing. You can, be a part of like a discussion. Like I said, if you got something you want us to bring up and you would like to bring it on, like, well, hey, I want to discuss blah, 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 blah. And you can get the discussion going and we can give our feedback and go off of each other, so I'm gonna probably do like, maybe 10, 15 minutes of that person y'all being on and, like I said, promoting yourselves or bringing awareness to an issue if y'all want to do that. I'm all for it. I think that would be awesome. So we're trying to do that because, like I said, we're just trying to connect our communities together and really help each other out. If y'all know resources for other parents or dads or grandparents or whatever, you can always feel free to come on our live for 5-10 minutes to just say y'all piece with that, or if y'all want to do cancer awareness or whatever the case is, y'all know any fundraisers or something like that, because our Born for Autism is also doing things like that as well, y'all. So you also know that we give away clothes, we're donating clothes, we're trying to do a
coat thing.
We're trying to do a coat thing for the winter time, and we want to do maybe 5 little food gift cards to help some families out that's in need. Like I said, you got to start small. We ain't millionaires, but we do want to. Like I said, we felt so good to be able to give back. That's our plan. So I'm going to be emailing a couple of local grocery stores and clothing places and seeing if they want to donate and how we can get together with these partnerships. So if you guys know other people, let us know. Send them to our Born for Autism website. They can DM us. And if y'all know somebody personally that works at these places that don't mind helping, we not really a nonprofit, but, don't mind helping small businesses that's doing nonprofit type stuff, feel free to have them text us if, y'all have our number. Or like I said, send them to our website. But yeah, that's pretty much...
Fellas, outside of this, if you need, a little, a little ventation because of our horrible loss for our first season game opener for the Browns, or if you just want to bullshit and talk about the Lakers or whatever it is, or just anything else, God talk or whatever. I used to be on Mondays, but I'm definitely on Saturdays now. I'm sure I'll be shooting for 12 o'clock. I just did a 2-hour special to make up for the time that I missed. Well, actually, an hour and a half. But to make up for the time that I missed, I'm doing the Transformers trade giveaway. If you ain't see it, go back to my last podcast and check that out. It's on there. Like I said, once by Sunday, I'll announce whoever it is. It's gonna be random, but it's the more interactions I get by Sunday, the more chances you'll have. The more, it's random. So if I choose you, if you're the only person commenting by that time,
Right, you just go
So,
in by default. We
but
had a lot of people listening tonight, and like I said, I'm for this podcast. We're going to be giving away. I think we do. We have another tray, but
um,
for sure, anyway, that I have the 4 gift certificates from the Cleveland Institute of Medical Massage. So you guys don't even have to be me personally that you're getting the massage from, but you will be able to come into a facility where cheaper than an actual spa. So not a massage envy or anything like that. We way cheaper than that, but these are free gift certificates, so you can give this to somebody if you win, if you want to, or however you would like to do it. But so I'm going to be, like I said, picking winners out of that periodically every month. I have 4 of them, so I'm going to start with that. And I'm just keeping a tally vote of everybody that's in each one. And it just, like I said, I'm putting y'all in. And I don't know if y'all been seeing that little wheel that people been doing. So we just gonna put people's names on that wheel, spin it, and see who win.
oh yeah, have it like on the live thing. Just go live and just spin it.
Yeah. So our next one, after our next live that we do,
Spin it.
this Sunday coming up at 9 p.m. Sorry about Monday, guys, but this Sunday at 9 p.m. we'll be doing that, and the first gift certificate to be going out for the month of September. And then we do October, November, December, so on and so forth. We love all you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please be sure to tune in every Sunday for the Chapman's Happy Hour at 9 p.m. Today was an exception. My energy was just fucked up, y'all.
Yeah.
So I had to stop that. But
Y'all get me on Saturdays, and both of us on Sundays.
yes, tell them where
like
they can find you.
Almost, except without the sex.
Extra. Anyway, y'all, like I said, love you guys. Have a blessed night. Have a safe night. And then we will see you guys. And like I said, if you got any suggestions, please comment on this, DM us. And if you would like to be on the podcast, like I said, you can also DM us about that, and we can work out some details and give y'all about 15 minutes to kind of, like I said, promote y'all business if y'all want to, raise awareness for something if y'all want to. But like I said, always feel free to comment, y'all, and let us know something that we can talk about or whatever. And like I said, engage us. I appreciate you guys listening. Like I said, have a good night. Have a safe night.
One more thing before we go, though.
Yes.
In the whining battle, Casey versus Keith Sweat.
Just stop right there. Just stop. Good night, y'all.